Hey, what's up everybody? Today we've got a product spotlight, kind of semi-unboxing-ish, but so it's already new tire time. It doesn't necessarily need new tires, but I kind of jumped on a sale that was coming up, and I was kind of interested in them anyway, so I have a race coming up at the end of June, and I thought it'd be a good time to put some fresh rubber on. So you may laugh, but we despite the issues that some people have been having with them, but I'm trying the Specialized Butcher grid. Now these are the newer version. I don't know if you can see, but they've kind of altered the knobs a little bit. I've got this one already installed on my front tire. So this is the 2.6, so a couple different things that they did compared to the old Butcher is they kind of made the kind of alternating row of lugs a little bit wider, almost like Onza Aquila or like DHR2-ish. Now they don't really quite extend into the channel. It's still very much an open channel tire. But they did make it a little bit wider than before. Also added some horizontal siping in there. Also another thing that I noticed is the other row of lugs is a lot more square, so there's a lot less ramping in this tire, which could make it a little bit slower rolling. But it was something that I was actually looking for to see if it had a little bit more bite. Looks like it has a really sharp braking edge as well. Also, I don't know if you can see, but the side lugs have like these kind of like stepped or like serrations in them. I don't know if that actually helps with grip or anything, but it makes for a cool aesthetic, and I'm excited to give them a try. So the combination that I have is the 2.6 that I'm putting up front. This is with the Gripton rubber. It's supposed to be their, I guess, stickiest compound. And then their grid casing, which is going to be similar to like a EXO or a snakeskin. By feel, I would say it's between a snakeskin and EXO, maybe a little bit closer to EXO in terms of toughness. This tire weighs in just under 1,000 grams, whereas the DHF 2.5 WT that I had was a little over 1,000. So another, I guess, semi-controversial thing about the Butchers is that they don't quite measure up to their spec'd size. So this is the 2.6, and I've had this sitting at 40 PSI for about a day and a half now, and it just measures just under 62 millimeters. I got the exact measurement with the caliper, so that's just going to be a hair over 2.4 inches. Now it could stretch out a little bit more as we ride it, and we'll wait to see what that happens. I mean, really though, it looks plenty wide. I mean, if you stick it out in front of you, I don't know if it's just how the casing is or the lugs are spaced, but it looks wider than my DHR2, which was about 2.4 as well. So the 2.3 I got here in the box still. I'm going to put on the back. I will update in the comments how wide this ends up being when I install this on the rear and have it set on the back for a little bit. And then on update on Cushcore, I got the actual newer valves. So the valves that I had before were the older first gen silver ones. They ended up giving me a little bit of a discount to upgrade to their newer valves. The second installation was a lot easier. It's stretched out just enough to where it's still locked in once you get it around the rim, but it's not the workout that it was to get the Cushcore actually on the rim. I did the same method where I seated one bead and I installed it and then seated the other one. And it also, installation-wise, I was able to get the other bead into like the rim channel by hand. I didn't need to use a tire lever. So overall, the installation on that was a lot easier. So I did pretty much everything by hand, other than like the last like 5 inches of bead. I still use a lever on that to get that locked in. So I'm pretty happy with that, because that first experience was a nightmare. So so that was it. Just wanted to just highlight the butcher grids a little bit. I'll do a comparison shot here of the DHR2 and the grid side by side, so you can kind of see the profile. It is a little bit more round than the DHR2, but the lugs seem to be taller, so I think these are going to dig into the dirt really nicely. So so other than that, if you have any questions about the tires, just let me know. And yeah, so we'll see you next time.